Hey guys, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to set up version 2 of my ceiling fan light switch on Roblox. Now before we get into it, I just want to note that this will not work if your fan has both a downlight and an uplight. If it has just a downlight or just an uplight, it'll work fine. But if it has both of them at the same time, it's not going to work. This will be fixed in the future on a separate light switch version that I'll make. I'll make a separate video on how to set that up. But for now, this is that. So, let's get into it. So version 2, what's different is you don't have to edit so much stuff. I'm going to try to explain this, but I'm not good at explaining things, so I'm going to do it at the best of my ability. So first what we're going to do is we're going to get our ceiling fan that we're going to do this with. So I'm just going to use a 6 smart fan. And I'm just going to get rid of that one. Okay, so here's our fan that I'm going to be using. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to spawn in our light switch. So you can get that from my inventory. Here's our light switch. Now before you move it anywhere, what we're going to do is make sure that you have Explorer and Properties open here. If they're not open, like that, if they're not there, follow my mouse. You're going to go to the top of Roblox Studio, and you're going to click on the View button here. And then this will come up. You're just going to click Explore and Properties, and they'll come up, and you'll move them wherever you want to move them. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to click on your light switch. After you click on it, here in Explore, it's going to highlight. What you're going to do is you're going to right-click it, and then click the Cut button, and now it's going to disappear. Now what you're going to do is click on your ceiling fan, which will then highlight. You're just going to right click that and click on Paste Into, and your switch will pop back up. If that happened, then you did it right. So now you can move your switch wherever you want, where you want to have it, wherever. Now for the setup process, which is a bit complicated if you don't follow me. So what you're going to do is on your keyboard, you're going to hold Alt. If you're on Windows, hold Alt. If you're on Mac, hold Command. Or no, just hold Alt. I'm dumb. Ignore everything I just said. Hold Alt on your keyboard. Click a random part of your switch, and then this will open. I'm going to delete thumbnail camera. You don't have to, but I'm going to. Now what you're going to do is you're going to see all this stuff. You'll see speed script. You're going to, or whatever's at the bottom here. Besides interactive and union, you're just going to click whatever it is. Okay, now you're going to hold on your keyboard, hold shift, and then click whatever's at the top here, which is speeds. Now all that stuff will highlight. So now on your keyboard, you're going to hold control, or if you're on Mac, hold command, and click light switch script, like that. Now right click any one of these and click on cut, and they'll all disappear. Now, you're going to click on your fan again, and then right-click that, and paste into. So now all that stuff will show up there. Now, what you're going to do is on your keyboard, you're going to hold Alt, and then click on the light chain. Or if you can't figure out which is which, click on one of them. Or go in game and click on one of the chains and see what happens. So now, what you're going to do is you're actually going to right-click the chain that you selected and hit rename. If it's the light chain, make sure it's the light chain. You're going to rename it, and you're going to rename it to light fob. Now, make sure it is spelt exactly like this. Make sure it's spelt exactly like this. Whoops. If it's not going to work. It must have a capital L and a capital F, and no space. If you don't do it like that, it won't work. Now we're going to go in here, and you'll see 2 scripts here. You're going to open one of them by double-clicking it, and if it's this really big script right here, what you're going to do, right-click, delete it. Now if it's this tiny one, leave it alone. Just leave it there. Now, what we're going to do, whoops, is you're going to hold Alt, and now you're going to click on the fan chain. Now, you're going to rename this to fan fob, like that. So again, like the other one, make sure it's spelt exactly like this, and if it's not, it won't work. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. If it's not spelt exactly like that, it's not going to work. Now we're going to open the scripts. So whichever script has all this in it, make sure you have it open. It's usually called speed script, but sometimes it doesn't have a name. So if it's this one, just close it and open the other one, and it should look like this. Now up here, you'll see two tabs. You have your script and the game. So you're going to click on the game here, and then you're going to click on the fan. Now when you click on the fan, over here in Explorer, you'll see a folder called Speeds. You're going to open that folder, and you'll see 3 values. You got high, low, medium. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on high, and then go back into this script here, and you'll see this stuff that says vector 3 new. Whichever one comes first that isn't 0, you're going to put that you're going to write that down and put it on high. So you're going to go in properties here, make sure you have high selected here. Go down to properties, and you'll see this value here. You're going to put that number in. So 15 is what mine is. So here it is. Now, if your fan goes low, medium, high, and this is actually the low speed that it starts on, put that in high anyways. Make sure you put that in high. Now, you're going to click on medium now. And whichever speed comes after medium, or whatever speed or number that is not 15 that is up next, which is 8 in my case. So the next number that you're going to write down for medium is the one that is not 15, the one that is not the same as I. So in this case, it's 8 for me. I'm really bad at explaining it, I know. But you're going to put 8. Now select low. Oh, whoops. Low. Now whatever number that isn't 8, you're going to write down the next number. So mine's 3. In your case, it's going to be different, most likely. But, yeah, I'm really bad at explaining. So high speed, you're going to write down this first number down that isn't 0. Medium, you're going to write down the number that isn't the same as high that's next after that. And then low, same thing. Whatever number is not the same as low or medium, you're going to do that. So I know I'm really bad at explaining, but yeah, I'd recommend looking into a bit of scripting before doing that portion. It's a little weird. But after that, it should work. Oh, actually, before we do that, make sure that you delete that speed script that we just looked through. This one, the one with all this stuff, make sure you delete it before you do anything. Now it should work. So if I click the light chain and the fan chain, nothing should happen. Okay, nothing should happen. Turn it on. Look, it works. So yeah, hope that helped. That's gonna wrap it up.